as Venom lives, everyone, everything will end.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something truly unique in the superhero movie landscape. We're talking about Venom: The Last Dance, and how it might be the first final movie in a trilogy to give us an origin story. Intrigued? You should be. Let's break it down. The first trailer for Venom: The Last Dance has just dropped, and it's packed with all the weird, wild, and wonderful elements we've come to expect from this franchise. We've got Tom Hardy back as Eddie Brock, weird accents,
We're Venom!
symbiote horses, and, if the fan theories are correct, a peek into Venom's origin story. The trailer opens with Venom whispering to Eddie,
Eddie, my own, has found us.
This line is a huge hint that we're about to delve deep into Venom's backstory. It's likely that the monsters chasing them later in the trailer are Clintar, the symbiotes from Venom's home planet, and this could mean we're finally meeting their creator, Null. For those who aren't familiar, Null is a major player in the Marvel Comics. He's essentially the dark god who created the symbiotes. His story is pretty epic. Forged from the eldritch substance called the Living Abyss, Null used the symbiotes to wage war against the Celestials. These godlike beings awakened him with their light, and Null wasn't having any of it. In his quest for vengeance, Null created a symbiote sword called Necro Sword and beheaded a Celestial. He then found himself stranded on a planet after Gore the God Butcher stole the weapon. Null's army of hive mind symbiote dragons conquered worlds until Thor severed his connection to them when they came to Earth. Social media is buzzing with theories about Venom: The Last Dance. Some fans believe that the Clintar symbiotes will take Venom back to their home planet, leaving Eddie alone on Earth. Others think that Venom might sacrifice himself to save everyone from Null and his symbiote invasion. Whatever the case, it's clear that this movie is setting up a grand finale with some potentially heartbreaking moments.
Really dark and unpredictable side to me.
To understand where this movie might be headed, let's take a quick trip through Venom's comic book history. The Venom symbiote was spawned during Null's reign. It was different from its brethren, desiring to protect its hosts rather than dominate them. This made it an outcast. After being discovered by Kree explorers, the symbiote was used in the Kree-Skrull War and bonded with a soldier named Tel-Kar. This bond didn't last long, and the symbiote's memories were erased. Later, it bonded with an alien who used it to commit genocide, making the symbiote addicted to rage. The symbiote eventually found its way to Battleworld, where it was imprisoned by its own kind. Spider-Man discovered it during the Secret Wars, mistaking it for a simple costume. When he learned it was sentient, he discarded it. The symbiote then bonded with Eddie Brock, forming the iconic anti-hero we know today. Eddie and the symbiote became Venom, and their hatred for Spider-Man drove them to numerous confrontations.
Cause from that wet, gnarly grin, I'd say the V stood for...
Do you remember? Do you remember what you did to me?
Over time, the symbiote's bloodlust grew, and it led Eddie to part ways with it. The symbiote bonded with various hosts, each time becoming more aggressive until it was eventually lobotomized by the US Army. The symbiote later bonded with Flash Thompson, becoming Agent Venom. This period saw the symbiote being temporarily cleansed of its corruption. However, the symbiote's connection to Null was always lurking in the background. In the comics, Null's return throws Venom's life into chaos. Null attacks Earth, and Eddie defeats him, becoming the new god of the symbiotes. This transition might be mirrored in the movie, with Eddie and Venom facing Null's forces in a final showdown. Venom: The Last Dance could be the first final movie in a trilogy to provide an in-depth origin story for its main character. This is a bold move, but it makes sense given the complex history of the Venom symbiote. By exploring Venom's origins, the movie can offer a deeper understanding of the character's motivations and struggles. We might see flashbacks to Null's creation of the symbiotes, the Kree-Skrull War, and the symbiote's time with various hosts before it met Eddie. This would not only enrich the current storyline, but also set the stage for an epic conclusion. The heart of the Venom movies has always been the relationship between Eddie and the symbiote. This movie promises to test that bond like never before. With the Clintar symbiotes potentially trying to reclaim Venom and Null's looming threat, Eddie and Venom will have to confront their past to secure their future. Venom: The Last Dance is shaping up to be a thrilling and emotional ride. By delving into Venom's origin story in its final installment, the movie has the chance to deliver a unique and satisfying conclusion to Eddie and Venom's journey. We'll get to see where Venom came from, why he's different from other symbiotes, and how Eddie and Venom's partnership has truly evolved. So mark your calendars for October 25, 2024. This is one movie you won't want to miss. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more superhero and Hollywood content. That's all in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.